Namaskaram. In this class, I am going to show you how to solve output questions based on random module. Before going to the questions, let me explain three important functions in random module. So, to use the functions in random module, first you have to import the random module. Import random n equal to, or first function random itself, the function random in random module. So, random dot random function. No arguments. Print n. What you got? A floating point number between 0 and 1. So the function random will return a random number between 0 and 1. That is, it is always a floating point number. So the function random will generate and return a random number between 0 and 1. Next function is randrange. Then argument can be a single argument or two arguments. Here I have given 5. So when you give randrange 5, it will generate a random number between 0 and 4. Just like our range function, the default minimum value is 0. So this will generate a random number between 0 and 4. That is upper limit minus 1. I got 3, which is between 0 and 4. Then if I give a lower limit 2, 5, it will generate a random number between 2 and 4. It can be any number between 2 and 4. Execute it again. I got 2. That is, we cannot predict the exact value returned by the function. It is randomly generated. In our daily life, we have seen so many situations which use random selection, like flipping a coin, throwing of a dice, lottery scratch cards, captchas, etc. So we cannot predict the exact value, but we can give a range. We can give a clear cutoff for lower and upper limit. Okay, then next function is randint. Randint. This function will generate and return a random number between 2 and 5, including both the values, lower limit and upper limit. And this function is very important in your exam point of view. So don't get confused. Randint will generate random numbers between lower and upper limit, including both the values. This function is having two arguments, lower limit and upper limit. Four is generated. Five is generated. So we have learned three functions. First one is random. Random function is having no arguments and it will generate and return a random number between 0 and 1. 1 is not included. The result is always a fraction. And the next one is randrange. Randrange will return a random integer between the lower and upper limit. And upper limit is not included. It can take one or two arguments. If only one argument like this, then this will be considered as the upper limit and the default lower limit is 0. So it will generate a random number between 0 and 4. That is upper limit minus 1. And the last and most important function is randint. It will generate a random number between lower limit and upper limit. Both values included. And the result is always an integer. Clear? Okay, we will move on to our questions. What possible outputs are expected to be displayed on screen at the time of execution of the program from the following code? Also specify the minimum values that can be assigned to each of the variables begin and last. Here is your program code and here are the options. From these options, you have to find out the possible outputs. Pause the video and try to answer. Answer is possible output option 1 30-40-50-. Minimum value for begin 1, minimum value for last 1. There are two ways to solve these types of questions. First one is Find out all the possible outputs and select from the option. Second method is eliminate the options which are not possible. First we will go for that. Our list contains values from 10 to 80. See, the index is given in red color here. Then begin equal to random.randint 1, 3. This randint function will return integer values between 1 and 3. So what is the minimum value of begin? It is 1. Minimum value for begin is 1. What is the maximum value? It is 3. So 1, 2 and 3 are the possible values for begin. The next statement, last equal to random.randint begin 4. Here the minimum value is given as begin. So the minimum value of begin itself is the minimum value of last also. So minimum value for last is 1. And what are the possible values for last? It is 1 to 4. That is 1, 2, 3 and 4. This much clear? Then our loop. For I in range, begin comma last plus 1. The variable I will get the values from begin to last. Last plus 1 is given here, so up to last. Inside the loop, print values of I and equal to dash. Our range is from begin to last. What is the minimum value of begin? It is 1. So it will start from the index 1 onwards. That is from the value 20. 10 will not come in our output. Then see the options. See the second option. It starts from 10. So we can eliminate this second option. Then see what is the last value. It is 4. What is that index for? 50. So 50 is our last possible value. See this option 3. It is up to 60. 60 will not come in our output. So eliminate this also. What about option 4? Up to 70 is there. That also not possible. So eliminate this also. Then what is our answer? It is option 1, 30, 40, 50. Then we will check whether it is correct or not. 30, 40, 50. 30 is at index 2. From index 2 to index 4. 50 is at index 4. 2, 3, 4. Is it possible? Yes. Begin value can be 2 and last value can be 4. So this is a possible output. Then the next method is by finding the possible outputs. First combination, begin starts at 1. What is there at index 1? It is 20. Then see the options. There is no option which starts from 20. So we will not consider that one. Then take 2 for begin. What are the possible combinations? 2, 1. Begin 2 and last 1. That will not create any output. Next is 2 to 2. What is at 2? 30. So this will result 30 dash. That is not there in our option. Then go for the next one. 2, 3. That is 30 dash, 40 dash. That also not there. Then go for the next one. 2, 4. 30 dash, 40 dash, 50 dash. Yes, it is there in our option. Tick it. Then go for begin equal to 3. What is there at index 3? It is 40. See the options. We have no option which starts with 40. So the answer is first one. So some questions you can answer by eliminating the outputs which are not possible. And in some cases that may not be possible, then you have to find out the possible outputs. Okay, we will discuss some more questions in our next class. Thank you.